No.
We are back in the studio. Episode 62 is going down today. 20 minutes, 3 p.m.
And they go, oh. Shit's sick.
That we are the world. We
Yeah.
are the children. Pop out chat.
Are we live?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you gotta turn down the,
Yeah, I know.
the speaker.
Shut up, Tech Nine.
I would have taken none trying to take mine. Yodelay, yodelay, hee-hoo. Man, I kept pitch on that one.
Some would say.
Is this thing on? All right.
You hear it?
Myself? No.
How about now?
Yes. Yes, I can hear myself. We were back in action here.
Hello.
All right. Fucking Friday. This week is fucking over.
And by the way, shout out Tech Nine.
Tech 9.
That's what he says in the song.
Who? Mike Jones.
Michael Jones.
Mr. Mike Jones himself. All right, dude. You got that? Your mic situated, you bitch.
Yeah, I think I'm good.
Is you sure? All right, we got the outline. We got the chats are up over there. All right. You got anybody viewing this shit?
No.
Hmm.
Should I put a thing up
What do you mean?
with a link?
Yes. Oh, I thought you put the link on the last one.
Well,
Yeah, that could be the story. Here's the link. All right.
and here's the link.
Yeah. Tap the link below.
And hit the link.
I guess links, huh?
Well, you can only post one.
Which link do you post? The Twitch one?
YouTube.
The tuber?
Yeah. Twitch.
Game, tell them where you from. All right.
Or Twitch.
Final touches.
And hit the link. And hit the link.
All right, that about does that. All right, is your mic ready?
Yes.
Cool. You bitch.
I'm ready to go.
All right.
Are you?
Yeah, man, let's fucking do it. Let's go. Cue the music. Yeah. Whoa. All right, there it goes. Man. Feel good, Johnny?
Do I what? Feel good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, cool. I'm gonna feed off your energy, bruh. Looking like a fucking knight without his helmet. All right. What's up and welcome to Around with the Boys podcast. On this show, we talk about life, sports, business, and all the cool shit in between. I'm your host, James Rackley, and along with me as always is my co-host,
Johnny Dunleavy.
Mr. Johnny Dunleavy. So sit back, relax, crack you a cold one, because we're back in the studio.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Feels good to see your face in here again.
Yeah, man. Good to be back, out of the dungeon.
Yeah.
Out of the quarantine of COVID.
No kidding, dude. That was rough last week. Welcome back to Around with the Boys podcast, episode 62.
Ooh.
Today's Friday, January 28th. There's a winter storm about to slap the hell out of the East Coast.
Yeah, man. We got like 2 winter storms in a row.
Pretty wild.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll see snow this time and not just ice, because that was
Yeah,
whack.
we had I guess a little bit of snow, but it was just mainly ice.
It was ice. A lot of ice.
Yeah, it was ice.
As always, like and subscribe on any platform you use to listen.
Mm-hmm.
Watch us live on Twitch and YouTube. Call us, 910-726-3900. The whole 9. We're live again now.
Yeah, call in and look. You can leave a voicemail. So if
Yeah,
you
you
like
can call
something on the
anytime.
show, just call us, leave a voicemail, say something. We'll play it on here. So be a part of it any way you can.
That's right. And Jimmy came when he got here today. He said, let's introduce something new.
Yeah.
A weekly thing. So we're going to lead off the pod
Yeah.
with a question.
Yeah.
We want everyone to mull on it,
Mm-hmm.
hit us, DM us, leave voicemail, whatever you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're going to address it next episode.
And, of course, shout out your opinion and what you think of the question of the week.
Yeah.
But before we get into what we're going to discuss, Johnny, how was your week?
It was good, man. Back in the swing of things. Finally, I felt horrible last week from the COVID shit. We're still dealing with a little bit of shit this week, but back on the mend.
On the mend.
Yeah, so feeling good. How about you?
Well, you took down COVID, got rid of that. Not gonna lie, rough week, but guess what? It's over.
We're here.
Yeah, we're back with the rounders.
It's Friday afternoon.
And look, I do want to say, COVID set us back a little bit. Andy, we're gonna get to work on that trophy.
Yeah, well, yeah, because we were waiting for the winner and all that shit, but it's been a rough 2 weeks. I'll
Yeah.
put it at that.
Yeah, so challenging for the both of us, and hey, we're gonna push forward here.
Yeah, and by the way, last week the HIPAA's got a little bit of talk last week.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Mayo sent us a video after he saw the clip I posted, and he's like, "You ever seen this?" And it's a dude in a boat, and the water it's probably like 3 feet deep,
Yeah.
and this hippo is sprinting in the water after them. So I'm saying they're deadly.
Dude,
Don't
look,
ever mess with them.
We'll insert that video on here, I guess, right, Johnny?
Yeah,
But
I'll
dude,
put it in.
it's pretty wild. I mean, the damn thing is legit running, like treading
Charging
through the water.
Yeah.
I don't know why the guys weren't dropping faster in the boat. That's just me. They were pretty confident in that motor.
Yeah, he was
But
just putting, looking at him.
yeah, like
Get
it
out of
was
there.
a normal thing, but that was scary as shit looking.
Yeah. Today we have a couple weird, odd stories,
Mhm.
and then a lot of sports news to get into, which we'll do at the end as always. But we're gonna lead it off with the question.
And we're gonna discuss a little Jeopardy.
Yeah. Yes. And if you've been tuning into Jeopardy,
Mm-hmm.
you saw this week Jeopardy Amy.
Yeah.
Whatever. She finally lost, but we'll get to that.
Mm-hmm.
What's the question?
The
question for this week.
The question of the week. All right. So the question of the week is, if you had the chance to mess around with time travel, would you do it?
So let us know. DM us, leave voicemails, comment. I don't care.
Okay. You might be thinking about parameters. Here's my parameter. There's no parameter. Like,
no parameter.
what would you do? Like, if you had the opportunity to do some time travel, would you do it? Why? And what would you see? Like, all that kind of stuff. Like, it's a loaded question.
Right.
Okay.
Would you mess with it, James?
Yes. I would time travel. I would not time travel to change anything. Not a thing.
Right.
Okay. So I don't really believe in all that. But I would travel just to see it, 'cause I'm a big history guy.
Yeah.
And dude, I would go to. All right. Here's one thing. First place I'd go, Jfk Assassination. I'd see that shit
To
live.
watch it live.
Hell yeah, dude. And I'd be hiding somewhere where I know cameras wouldn't catch me, so I wouldn't like fuck up the time warp. I'd go see that because that's just. I mean, I'd probably go in order of time, maybe. I don't know.
No.
You don't think
if you
so?
had the choice, I mean, why would you do that?
Well, if I had the choice, I could do all kinds. I'm not saying one trip.
Well, so for me,
That's my first stop.
yeah, I'm not so sure if I would because I'd be scared I'd get stuck.
See,
You know what I mean?
That's hilarious.
Like now, oh shit, my portal, the batteries are dead, and I'm stuck here in 67.
Okay. All right. Let's say the batteries work, the portals are fine.
Okay.
What would you do?
I would travel back in time to every awesome fucking sporting event so I could see it.
That's sick. That's a great idea.
Like, it doesn't matter. Boxing.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. Baseball, Game 7, Grand Slam walk-off. Like, I would like to see that.
Yeah. Like, are you one of those cats that would, like, you'd be gambling on it, making money off that shit?
Uh,
Are you going to, like, stay off?
I mean, yeah, probably. But,
yeah.
But, like, I would more so do it just to experience
Yeah.
that. Just to, I mean.
Exactly. I'm not trying to mess with the ripple in time.
No,
But-
I just
but-
want to see it.
Yeah, but I would absolutely love, like that. That's a great thing to be there, like live in the crowd.
Yeah.
All the whispers before the fight.
Yeah.
Like you hear what they were actually talking about before it happened.
Right. Or like,
That'd be sick.
like that Dodgers home run, right? Keith Gibson or whatever his name is. We had like a halfway broken leg and he pinch hit a home run.
Yeah.
And he does the fist pump around the bases.
Yeah.
Like, could you imagine be sitting at that game and like everyone around you's like freaking out and you're like, hey, check this out. This guy with the broken leg's about to hit this fucking home run.
Yeah,
and then he
yeah,
does
I'm
it.
feeling it. I'm
Yeah.
feeling it. He's gonna do it.
Yeah.
That's
So
funny
like
as
just
shit.
knowing what's gonna happen, I
Well,
think that'd be pretty cool.
I think that's cool. That's a good answer there. Like great sporting events. I mean, personally, I'd like to see cool shit like. Well, hold on. The JFK thing. I'd like to see how the pyramids got built. You know what I mean?
Yes, because then I can answer everyone's question once and for all.
Like all kind of stuff like that. Like history's mysteries. I'm trying to be there.
Oh, that's a nice one.
Yeah. Well, that was a show on the History Channel.
Oh,
I'm sorry, but anyway, hat tip History Channel.
yeah.
But I would like to see how all that stuff went down and try to be that'd be the worst part because you can't really, like in modern era, you can't be a fly on the wall like because everybody's taking pictures. But back in before cameras,
Yeah.
like what I mean, you wouldn't affect the time ripple because you're just you getting the garments of the day.
Yeah.
That'd be weird too, bro.
Very weird.
People would smell like think about that. That just hit me, but like. We have all this soap. Well, we have a standard of cleanliness. The farther you go back in time, the less that shit goes down.
Yeah, but how can you like bring that? Like, I'm not gonna travel with my toiletry bag
No,
back in time.
no. But that's just a crazy thing. Like, how would you? You'd have to blend in hard,
Yeah.
because otherwise you look like an alien. Like with this, like what we
Oh
got
yeah,
on right
couldn't
now.
be wearing this. Yeah, no. Especially if you're going back to like the 30s and 40s,
Yeah.
you'd be looked at like a homeless man.
Well, I'm saying like when the pyramids got built, and
Yeah.
people were wearing like cloth shit they cut up.
Yeah, you imagine showing up with like a fucking fitted and J's on.
Yeah,
What
dude.
the fuck y'all doing here?
Yeah, like you'd have to, I guess you'd have to be pretty sneaky about the whole thing, if you didn't want to fuck with it.
Yeah, because I mean, you'd stand out like a sore thumb.
Yeah, that's something crazy to think about.
What did you do it where they couldn't see you?
Well,
That wouldn't be cool though, because then you can't interact with nobody.
yeah, exactly, because I'd want to hear their opinions and like hear all. Well, obviously you couldn't talk to the Egyptians back then because we don't.
You know what I mean, unless you're good at drawing figures.
Yeah, dude, my little hieroglyphics look like shit compared to theirs, man.
Dude, I had to do a project back in the day. I remember the shit out of this. This is in New Jersey. And we basically had to write a story using hieroglyphics. And I remember being so fucking mad at the teacher because it just took forever. And I was like, why do we need to know this? Like,
Yeah.
why do I need to learn how to write in hieroglyphics? I mean, it's super cool on the cave drawings. And like, yeah, you learn a lot from history. Why the fuck am I doing it in 4th grade?
Yeah.
That shit was terrible.
That's hilarious, dude. Yeah, I remember the first test I failed. My mom was pissed. I don't know why that just popped in my head. Do you remember the first test? Or you probably hadn't even failed a test.
I have failed a test.
Really?
Yes. Maybe not in grade school.
When the hell did you fail? Oh, you mean like later on?
College.
Yeah, I mean everybody failed a test in college.
Yeah.
But dude, I just straight up didn't pay attention for this.
But
It was an English course. That's what it was, and I got an F, dude. My mom was like pissed.
dude, they used to give these Hilltop Middle School in Mendham, New Jersey, where I went to middle school.
Yeah.
they used to. I mean, elementary school. I'm sorry, Hilltop Elementary School. They used to give these little tickets out, and it was basically your child was a good kid today.
Mm.
And basically everyone got one every day unless you like did something bad, right?
Yeah.
So I would always get home. I'd put my ticket on the counter, right? And I didn't get one day because we was out playing kickball, and I pegged the shit out of this kid in the face with the ball, and then told him to stop crying. Because that's what my older brother would tell me. Stop crying, get up. Stop. And I hit this kid square in the face, and he started crying. I was like, man, stop crying, get up. The teacher was like, I can't believe you just, I mean, I can tell you exactly where I was standing if we went back there right now. And I mollywopped the shit out of him. And I didn't get a ticket that day. And I got home, my mom was like, where's your ticket? I was like, I lost it.
Yeah, we had we didn't get any tickets of he did good today, but we had to pull strips when we were bad. Like strips as in everybody had their name on the wall with a little pocket under your name, and it had 4 colored strips in it, or 3 or something like that. But it was green, yellow, blue, or green, yellow, red, blue, something like that.
Uh-huh.
And blue was you're sent home, you had to pull a blue strip, son, you're out. But then all that stuff would go down, and that's how you had to pull strips.
What was that at Gregory?
Yeah, some of those classes.
What the fuck?
Yeah, so if you had to pull a blue one, parents were involved, that's what's
it's not good.
No, it's not.
Oh wait, and it was a random thing?
What do you mean? So I had to pull a blue strip because I was throwing a pin at this guy, this bully, and he was throwing it back, and I got caught trying to hit him with a pin, and slinging it at his face, and then the whole blue strip gets pulled. Parents get the phone call you're holding your little blue strip, son, you fucked up.
Tragic.
Yeah,
tragic.
So anyway,
damn, that sucks.
Well, dude, I mean, it taught you things,
Yeah.
You want to see that green one in front, don't bust balls, I'm cool.
True. So yeah, let us know what you think about time traveling, and if you would fuck with it.
Yeah, so we would both do it. I like the sporting events idea. I really do. What's chat saying?
Josh said John's gonna be lurking in the background of so many famous pictures.
Yeah, that's what I was saying about the whole picture thing. So you'd have to not be that ripple in time.
Yeah.
Because I'd want to be there for the first space shuttle launch and all that kind of shit, all that
cool.
stuff.
Yeah.
Dude, could you imagine oh, God.
It would have to be so proven that I wouldn't get stuck.
Narrow it down. If you could only travel 3 times.
3 times.
3 times. What would it be?
What would your 3 events be? Okay.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Because I'm going to find my 3 events and come back next week.
Yeah, it'll come back next week and hit our top 3.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll obviously have a new question for next week. But
we already have it.
Yeah, we do. But anyway, top 3.
Yeah, top 3 events that you would time travel to.
All right, cool. So if you're going to call or message us, top 3.
Yep. All right. Moving on here. Real quick, if you're a fan of Neil Young's music on Spotify, sorry about it. Because old man just... It's such a ridiculous topic. And we have to touch on it because, Rogan's podcast, whether you listen to it or you don't.
Yeah.
It's the #1 pod in the world, I think.
Yeah.
And we're just very anti-censorship. And, if you don't like what he says, you don't have to listen.
Dude, it's as simple as you don't have to press play.
That's it.
Don't type his name in on Spotify. Don't do anything.
Yeah.
If, here's my thing, dude. That is the clowniest, childish shit in the world.
Yeah, it really is. And if you are going to threaten a company to take down his shit or your shit, you better come correct because you're a drop in the bucket compared to him.
You're nothing. You made songs 40, 50 years ago.
Talented artist.
Oh, yeah.
Plenty of great songs.
That's great.
I'm not taking anything away.
That's cool.
And I'm also not, it doesn't matter what Rogan talks about or whoever the fuck it is.
Yeah.
You just, we live in this country because it's our right to be able to free speech.
Yeah, dude.
And, if you don't like it, you don't have to listen.
It's called a free market.
Yeah.
If you don't like it, you don't participate in that product or service or whatever. It's that simple.
Yeah. And Neil, you have 6 million listens a month. Rogan has 11 million listens an episode. Sorry, bro.
An episode.
11 million streams an episode.
Yeah, man.
Could you imagine that shit?
No, I don't. And I'm just saying, it was just the most childish shit I've ever seen. A grown man, old man,
getting upset,
having a temper tantrum.
Nothing to do with him.
No, bro. Dude, you're a clown. Stay in your lane. Play your little acoustic guitar. Make your money on your concerts and fuck off.
That's that. And that's enough. Speaking of making money, Jeopardy Amy.
Oh, Amy.
Oh, Amy. If you haven't been paying attention, she lost the other day
Mhm.
after 40 consecutive wins.
Yeah.
She lost to Roan Talsma, who is a librarian from Chicago.
Mm.
But she's the second longest winning contestant behind none other than the GOAT, Ken Jennings,
Yeah.
who went 74 episodes. No one's going to touch that.
Wait, what
record.
was hers again?
40.
40. His was 74.
Correct.
Okay. Press pause real quick. First off, if you don't watch Jeopardy, you ought to. Like, personally, here, I know it's different some places, but here in Wilmington, like, Wheel of Fortune comes on first, then Jeopardy.
And in Charlotte, it's the other way around.
Exactly. That fucking blows my mind. Because
Yeah.
for us, it's like Wheel of Fortune is the warm-up game.
Yep, get
You
your brain going.
Your brain's getting stimulated, and then you buckle down. And, like, especially when we all lived together, like, we
We took it serious
we
every
took
night.
it serious. We'd write numbers down, and we would, like, you have to play with a buzz.
Yeah.
Because, like, otherwise you can't. No. Because it makes it more challenging.
We kept scoring everything.
Yeah, it
was-
got down. So I really suggest, like, it's a great weeknight thing, dude.
It is.
You know what I mean?
And it's perfect. 30 minutes. Love it.
Yeah, you're in, you're out. You
Yeah.
have a good time. But
She
anyway.
man, she was very, very smart. Very smart. Would know everything.
Yeah.
It's like it's crazy to see these winners who constantly, because we've seen a few of them, especially in the recent 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
And they're just wildly smart. He'd get the final Jeopardy, she'd have 36 grand. The other two contestants would have 4 and 2
Yeah, I mean, it was a beatdown.
every time.
It was a massive beatdown. But she was really conservative in her bets.
Very.
She was and I guess that's what made her the longevity,
Mm-hmm.
because she did not risk it at
Right.
all.
And then you look at James Halsauer,
Yeah.
right, the sports bettor.
Uh-huh.
He went 32 games in a row. Well, guess what? He won $1 million more.
Mm-hmm. And she went 40, he went 32, and he won $1 million more.
Yeah, we were looking at
Yeah, hit him with the numbers on this. This is incredible.
This is
because
incredible.
This is what happens when you have a gambler that's also a genius.
So this man went 32 games. He won $2.4 million. James Halsauer did, right?
Mm-hmm.
Amy Schneider went 40 games and won 1.3.
Mm-hmm.
She broke the record. She broke the second place guy, Matt Amadio. He went 38 games
Mm-hmm.
and he won 1.5.
Yeah.
So he won more than she did too.
Mm-hmm.
She's very conservative. But then they have the list of the top 10 single game highest winnings.
Yeah.
Every spot, numbers 1 through 10, are held by James Halsauer.
Yeah, this is
131,
incredible. Yeah, check this out.
130, 118, 110, 106, 101, 96, 90, 90. Wow, he won 90,812 twice.
Really?
That's
Talk about
three days apart.
Talk about some geometric shit.
3 days apart, dude.
All right, what's that number? No, I'm kidding.
And then 89,000. So he has
Huh.
the top 10 highest winning games, single games,
Damn.
because he was a better.
Exactly, dude. And that's the thing. And if you watched him, and like our working theory over here in this clan here, like we say he just got bored. He was just like trying to get back to his gambling
Yeah, I think
life.
he was over it. Yeah.
He just he had enough because he was beating the brakes. Like those numbers right there. I mean, a big game for most contestants is what, like 30-something thousand.
I would
That's
say
like
30 to 50 is a big
That's
game.
well, it's a big game, and like I'd say 25 to 30 is average probably for the winner of each Jeopardy contest.
Mm-hmm.
But this dude, because I remember watching him, because when he had the double Jeopardies,
Dude, he was the talk of the office.
He was
at
doubling
Mega.
down,
Like,
bro.
We would go in the next
Yeah.
morning and be like, did you see? I mean, it was nuts.
yeah,
Like, nuts. And, here's an even crazier stat, right? Ken Jennings, 74 games,
mm-hmm.
2.5 million, so 2,520,000,
Mm-hmm.
74 games. James Halsauer, so he did 32 games, so that's 40%,
Yeah,
right? He's only 70,000 behind him total. So Ken Jennings won 2.5, Halsauer 2.4. In 60% less games.
and that's why I think James is the smartest one, because
Yeah.
dude, he just
Well, I wouldn't say smartest, but you got to be pretty damn smart to win 74 games in a row.
think about it. If you had all of them sitting there, he's the most he thinks on his feet. He fucking does the he maximizes bets correctly each time.
Well, he's the one who originated starting from the bottom.
But my thing is he looked at he's 74. Shit, I'll get that number, and I bet he pre-calculated that shit.
And he talks so much shit
Yeah,
on Twitter about Ken Jennings and Brad Rutter.
Oh, are you
Like,
serious?
I think it's a joke, but like some of it's pretty.
Oh, wait. What does he say? Like, I didn't know there was a Twitter beef.
Oh, he just because they all play in the Tournament of Champions.
Yeah.
So it's Matt Amadio, right? Ken
Mhm.
Jennings, Holzhauser, and then Brad Rutter.
Mhm.
So Brad Rutter is the most all-time winningest, money-wise, including tournaments.
Really?
So he's number one with 4.9 million.
Huh.
Including tournaments, Ken Jennings has won 4.3,
Well, so
and
okay.
and Holzhauser 3 mil.
So what's up with the Brad guy? Like, how many games did he win in a row?
Doesn't even say.
But he's the most all-time winning money guy?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's crazy. So maybe he's the most badass, like low key, because he's not even on the damn.
Yeah, I don't know. Crazy.
Well, we'll have to dig on that next time, because sorry, I just didn't.
But Holzhauser is constantly like poking fun and shit on Twitter.
Yeah.
Because when Amy lost the other night,
He
sent a tweet out.
Oh, he like talked shit about her too.
No.
Oh, okay. Because the Ken Jennings guy, he's like doing the hosting at the moment, right?
Here he is. What a run by Jeopardy Amy. 40 games won, 35 more than Brad Rutter. That's what he says.
Ugh.
5th ever Jeopardy millionaire, and made Ken Jennings watchable.
Damn.
That's,
Okay, so
that's what his tweet says.
So the Brad Rutter guy only won 5 games.
Yeah, but I guess has been slapping Tournament of Champions.
Huh. So
Because you qualify. If you win a full week's worth of episodes, you qualify.
Got it. Okay, so that's how you get in the club. And I guess he just kept studying and just, when the tournament time comes, he kicks ass.
Yeah, because he's the highest winning.
That's pretty incredible.
But
honestly, that's pretty
I'm
incredible.
willing to bet he probably won a Tournament of Champions where the prize was most likely over $1 million.
Yeah. Well, either way, he obviously went back and studied more and kept studying to win some money.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah, I think so.
You know?
But the single game values from Holzhauser are just
dude,
that's the most impressive. 130,000 in one game.
In one game. I mean, think about it. It's 30 minutes of television time, including commercials and all that. Like on the spot, it's like it's a finite number of questions.
It's 7 categories, right? It's 35, so it's 70 questions total.
Yeah, I mean, he just blistered it.
71 if you can count.
And that's my point, dude. He knew.
You know what he said? The thing he worked the most on?
What?
Getting the buzzer right.
Yeah.
He would practice with the buzzer. He made a buzzer himself, and that's how he.
Yeah, dude. Because that's what I like. If you look at people's, and honestly, I've noticed that before too. Some people push it like with their thumb, fucking like a hitchhiker.
Yeah.
And they're going like that. I'm like, dude, you're never gonna.
He always kept it to his side down low.
Yeah.
It was almost like he was like.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's just wild,
Pretty
dude. I don't know. I'd like to have a beer with, honestly, all of them, and just like pick their brain about shit.
Yeah.
And just hear. Honestly, I want to hear their journey, because it always blows my mind. How did a person just say, you know, I'm gonna start soaking up all kinds of knowledge.
And that's the thing. You watch these, and
you know,
just off the wall questions, and they're like, ping, ping, and they know it. It's
like, of course, if you watch the show enough, you kind of understand the questions and you search for it, just like Wheel of Fortune, you can understand the game. But my point is, they had to start prior to that absorbing knowledge at some point in their life.
Yeah.
And they're like real sponges.
Mm-hmm.
Their brains are.
Yeah.
It's just crazy.
It's incredible.
So
shout out to Jeopardy Amy. 40 games.
Hey, man, you know, hand clap for you.
Unreal. Here's something else that's unreal.
Yep. Give me a beer.
There was
I'll tell you what, man. This fine Pilsner Miller Lite is really going down easy today. I can tell you that.
It says it on the can.
It does. I don't know. That's why I said it. Fine Pilsner Miller Lite. If you don't drink it, I suggest you start.
Have a crack. Okay. Last week, actually a week ago today, there was a marathon.
Yeah.
That took place in Siberia. And it broke the Guinness World Record for the coldest marathon ever.
Mm-hmm.
These runners, who, by the way, the winner, Vasily Lukin, won in 3 hours and 22 minutes. He ran 26.2 miles in 3 hours and 22 minutes in minus 63-degree weather.
That is insane.
The previous record was minus 38. This shattered it.
Yeah.
Minus 63 degrees.
Like, It's crazy because when you look at pictures of snow and a snow condition and all that, it doesn't do it justice. Because, like, cold, like, we just see it like, oh, it's fucking cold. But, dude, minus 63 degrees is out of control cold. I mean, these people were literally dressed warmer than, like, Eskimos and having to run 26 miles.
And did it in 3 hours and 22 minutes.
That dude's an animal. They're all animals.
They're all, yeah.
And
the
this
female,
and this is running, y'all. This
Marina,
is not like the dog. What's the dog sled thing?
The Iditarod? Yeah, no, dogs aren't pulling you. You're running.
Nah. These dudes and ladies are running.
Yeah, and the woman who won is a local. It's Yakutia, Russia, is where it was held.
Mm-hmm.
Marina Sedelsheva was the first woman to finish the race. She did it in 4 hours and 9 minutes. That's incredible.
Yeah. I mean, dude, I'm literally, y'all should look it up because, I mean, first off, I would never run a marathon, ever. Yeah, I have no desire to run 26 miles. Okay, I played soccer my whole life. Okay, I was the defender. I was worried about the back third, a little bit over the halfway line. That's about it.
You probably ran a marathon weekly.
Yeah, no. Well, I mean, no, they have, like, it's pretty cool. The Soccer Hall of Fame, they show, like, the average miles, like, soccer players run, quarter position. It's a pretty wild place, actually, the Soccer Hall of Fame. But anyway, my point is, and running in that cold air, your chest, your ears.
It's awful.
Your saliva is thick as molasses. Like, as gross as that sounds. Like, dude, you can't fucking breathe.
Yep.
Like, no.
And the coldest I think I've ever participated in a sporting event was probably, I mean, it had to have been up in Jersey.
Yeah.
Well, I will say the last game I played at Ashley, we played in Fuquay Arena, playoff game, and it was 28 degrees at kickoff that night. That was cold.
Yeah. But, you know what I think the most equivalent thing would be? Like, I've played soccer in cold conditions, and, like, playing with shorts on fucking sucks.
Right.
And then, like nowadays, because I've seen a lot of games, and, like, kids wear gloves now, but, like, I'm not trying to be Mr. Hardass, but me and Joey were playing like you were a pussy if you wore gloves.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's like a thing. But dude, the only thing I could really equivalent, you can check on chat real quick. The only thing I can equivalent it is probably surfing in cold ass water. Cause I like growing up, we would go surfing on icy days. Yeah. Like I remember paddling out one time, like the headgear and all that shit, and there's ice in the thing, and like that feeling of being cold out there and tired. And the water hitting you.
I'm good on all
That's
that.
probably the closest misery that I could think.
Yeah.
Because even the sporting days of playing in cold, that as pales in comparison. So I think the cold water would be the closest thing,
but not close to minus 63, dude.
No. Like, how many layers do you even have on?
How do you even
for real
operate? How do you survive? How do you
like when you're thirsty? Like, does the water?
It's just frozen.
They'd have to put like some liquor in it or something.
You're popping ice cubes.
Yeah, dude. Like that.
All that.
That just blows my mind.
I mean, I can't even fathom to think at how cold that actually is.
Yeah, and here's what. All right, so shout out to Misha down there at Slancha. I was down there the other day.
Is he still alive?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, he's rocking and rolling. But he's from like Belarus, right? And he was showing me pictures. They don't have, like, in our woods here, we have all these briars, we have all this stuff, the undergrowth. Out there, dude, it's just it's just not pine trees, but it's just trees and, like, a little bit of grass. And it's just, like, you could see through the forest. But because it's so fucking cold.
Nothing can survive it.
Yeah, and that's what was so crazy. I'm like, yeah, dude, like, here you can't move through the fucking woods because it's hot, like, majority of the year. Or there's growth that happens, you know. But there, seeing that is just insane. And then, like, because it's funny we talk about this now, but last week I was looking at pictures of igloos.
Yeah.
Like because I thought it was interesting, speaking of history, how like explorers in the 1800s and stuff that were just pushing west and then going up to Alaska, and I found this one thing. It was an artist's sketch of like it was an igloo village of Eskimos.
Oh shit!
And the dude like drew it out to like what he was seeing, because obviously there was no damn cameras.
Yeah.
And then it was cool, but then like that was in like I think that picture was 1850, 55 or something. But then the cameras in like the 20s and 30s, those old photos, and it's like, y'all, those are some tough people.
Tough. You know what's really like? It's so cold. They build these igloos, right? And they build furnaces, like fireplaces, stoves inside of them. And it's so cold it doesn't melt.
What's crazy to me also that with the igloo, most of the entrances is that long giggity shaft, right? That's what she said.
Yeah.
But it's literally a fucking long shaft, and you have to like.
I know, it's like a Super Mario tube.
Yeah, yeah, and you have to hand crawl through this thing like claustrophobic shit.
Yeah.
And then you go into like this like bowl, and they
Yeah.
have like a little ventilation thing at the top, but like
Yeah.
those fuckers sleep on ice. That's what's blowing
That's
my
crazy.
mind. And then
Yeah.
honestly, and the cool part, y'all should just type in, go to Google images Eskimos back in the day, the dogs that were in the camps.
Yeah.
They're just sitting there. It's like your dog Reese. Well, I like to say our
Yeah.
dog.
Yeah.
But Reese and Emily's. But but anyway, it's like a lot of Reese's just sitting there in the snow and like looking around, and you see there was a picture of like the little kid playing with the dog, and it's just crazy. Speaking of time and all that,
And
how,
those
like,
dogs, dude, they sleep huddled up together underneath the snow.
yeah.
And they're like, no, it keeps them warm.
Well, and their human masters are sleeping on the ice, like all the same. It just
That
blows
shit's
my
crazy.
mind, dude.
That's like, so Reese's, she has majority, 30% of Reese, 35%, something like that, is Icelandic sheepdog.
Yeah.
And the other day, when it was freezing, ice, she would not go outside. I was
Really?
like, what the hell is wrong with you? Like, this is like what you were bred to deal with.
Yeah.
She's like, nah, I'm not doing it. Back on the couch. Nah, I don't live in Iceland anymore.
Nah, but when she definitely, there were some times where she was younger, like, and it was cold. She went out there and didn't want to
She
come
wouldn't
in.
want to come back in, yeah.
Yeah, she would just be laying in the cold ass
Freezing
ground,
cold, yeah. Like,
just loving it.
when it like snowed and iced that.
Oh, dude,
February 2014, I think it was.
she was so happy.
She wouldn't come back in.
Yeah, she was so
It's
happy.
late out there, man. Fuck all that shit. So anyway, yeah, if you guys want to run a marathon minus 63 degrees, go to Russia.
Yeah, Siberia,
Yeah.
to be more exact. Like,
They're looking for more people to sign up.
I bet they are, dude.
Okay, last kind of crazy story here. I don't know if anybody saw. Last week there was a West Virginia TV reporter
Mm-hmm.
in Dunbar, West Virginia, who was reporting live, and then proceeds to get hit by a car. She gets hit by this car, and then gets up, sets the because clearly she just had. It was just her and her camera. It wasn't even a cameraman there.
Yeah.
The camera gets knocked over. She sets it back up. It finishes the live TV report.
Yeah.
But what's even funnier is the conversation, and we have it here. So she says, quote, as she gets struck by a car from the back, the car was going like maybe 7 miles an hour. So
Yeah.
she's totally fine.
Yeah.
She says, oh my God, I just got hit by a car, but I'm okay. Yorgie said while climbing back to her feet. Quote, that's a first for you on TV, Tori, the anchor Tim said to her. The driver of the car could be heard stopping to check on her. You know that's live TV for you, she said. It's all good. I actually got hit by a car in college too, just like that. I'm just so glad I'm okay. So she had been hit before.
Yeah, dude. And like, she wasn't like, she was looking into the camera. Like, it wasn't her fault at all. So I'd honestly like to know the story of the first time she got hit. And
Yeah, well,
how that
and
all
you can
went
see
down.
the car kind of coming in behind her, and
Yeah.
like, it looks like it's ice.
Yeah.
It just can't. And the woman felt so bad who hit her. I mean, it was all good.
For sure.
But, dude, the fact that she was like, I've actually been hit just like that before. It's all good.
Dude.
Like, who's been hit by a car twice?
I don't know, but I can tell you this. You know what? Shout out to Pat. I'm just going to tell this story real quick. I saw somebody get hit by a car that happened to be like one of my best friends, and like the friend I've known the longest, okay?
This is a crazy story.
All right, so here it is. We're 12 years old. Yeah, 7th grade, right? In this neighborhood in town called Warlick Estates. All right? And so it's kind of a new neighborhood, and we were about to go surfing that day. And so we were out there, dude, like summertime here. We had board shorts on, and I had tennis shoes because I don't like being open-toed. Pat has board shorts on, and sandals. That's what he's rocking. I'm on like a Razor scooter. Pat's on like a longboard skateboard. And we're just fucking off. Like,
Razor scooter.
yeah, dude.
You kook.
Yeah, well, that's all he had. I mean, it was at his house, right? And so we were going down this driveway because there's no hills, not real hills in Wilmington. Like, so there's this driveway that was on this, the land was up high. It was kind of raised. So it was a hill for us, for 12-year-olds. And that, what was that crazy, like, pompous, like, when you grab it and it, like, cuts your hand all up.
I don't know.
Anyway, there's these big bushes that are going down the side of the driveway. And again, this is a neighborhood with probably 4 people living in it, 4 families at that time. The rest of the houses were being built. So me and Pat are going, like, and I'm at the top of the hill, and he's going down on that skateboard, and I'm on the scooter, and I'm, like, kind of behind him, or I'm about to go, and I think I hear a car, but I couldn't see it because I was too short. And I'm like, Pat, I think I hear her. And by the time I said that, dude, Pat literally is coming off the driveway into the street. He 1 foot on the skateboard, 1 foot on the street to try to stop this fucking truck, like a pickup truck. It was like a GMC, you know, the ones with like the ladders all over them because they're this work truck.
Yeah.
Fucking smokes him, bro. Smokes him. Hits him. But see, this is what's crazy, because if that would have been me, I would have been under the truck because I was short.
Yeah.
Pat was way taller as a 12-year-old kid.
Also, side note, one of the luckiest kids in all the land.
Luckiest in all the land. So Pat gets drilled by this fucking truck. Hits his shoulder blade, hits the windshield, shatters it like fucking spiderweb style, shatters it, rolls off the top of the truck into the fucking air and falls in the street again in just board shorts. That's all this man has on, and a pair of flip flops. And dude, and I swear to God, like he looks up at me and then just kind of like I think he just blacked out.
Yeah, shock.
And bro, and I sprinted down there. But the craziest part is that's what I was gonna get at was shock. Because remember, we're 12.
Yeah.
This man gets up out of like nowhere and it's like freaking out like a fucking rabbit. And he's like, "I'm sorry about your truck. I'm sorry about your truck." I could see Pat's shoulder blade through his fucking, just blood everywhere. This son of a bitch, the luckiest kid in the world, didn't break a single bone.
I know. It's like the most wild fucking
single
shit.
bone, windshield shattered, blood everywhere. It looked like he hit a fucking deer. You know what I mean? And dude,
couple cuts.
Didn't hit. I mean, clearly he had like you could see. I saw his bone. That shit was fucked up.
Yeah.
But dude, here's another thing about shock. So like, and fuck these grown men that didn't call the ambulance.
Oh, they do. Well, yeah.
We called Pat's mom, and these fuckers are washing Pat off with the water hose they had outside. Right?
Whose house was this?
This was at Pat's house.
Oh.
That's what I'm saying. There was only like 4 people living in the neighborhood yet. You know what I mean? And nobody was home. We were by ourselves.
Before he moved?
Yeah, he's been like a lot
to
of
the
houses.
force? Mason Force?
Yeah. Yeah, it was before that. And bro, but then what was crazy, like 30 minutes later, like Pat was going through all, he just kept saying sorry about the truck, and these dudes are like, "Oh, it's cool, it's cool." 30 minutes later, we're upstairs, like waiting for his mom to come home, just busts out crying. Just fucking loses it.
Yeah.
Like, because it hurt so bad.
The shock wore off.
Yeah, and then and I was like, what the fuck? Because I've never seen shock in my life, and it's just 2 12-year-old kids, like,
yeah.
And dude, it was the craziest thing I've ever seen in my life. So like, that's what shock looks like. It just all of a sudden done, and then he was like, "Oh fuck, it hurts so bad," and crying. It was nuts.
Yeah.
So that wasn't planned to tell that story. I just kind of thought about it.
This chick gets back up, finishes the news thing, right? But it's just so funny. Like, oh, no, it's happened before. Don't even worry about it.
Yeah. Oh,
hey,
shit.
There he is.
What's
Shout
up?
To the chat. Evan, all the way from
Ireland. All the way from Ireland.
Yo, when does your season start?
Yeah. We got to lock that in, bro.
We got to lock that in.
So figure out, we'll make it work on our end, about time. Right now in the chat, listeners listening live or listening in their car, this is Evan from Ireland. We're going to have him on. They play American football over there in Ireland.
Yeah, it's awesome.
And we're going to have him on for an interview about everything that goes on over there.
Yeah, how that even started popping
So that's
off.
going to be one of our shows here soon, so be on the lookout for that.
Yep.
Evan, definitely give us some details, and we'll make it work regardless. You just give us your schedule, and we'll figure it out.
Yep.
On our end.
For sure. Anyway, so the reporter's fine. Funny part is this was her last week on the job in West Virginia before she was moving to Pittsburgh.
I'm not going to lie. If I was her, I'd have a spotter from now on maybe.
Yeah.
Because, dude, the third time.
Or.
You know what I mean?
Let's not do live.
Maybe not live shots.
Shots from the middle of the street.
Yeah, I don't know. Definitely not in icy conditions.
Yep.
I would suggest.
So she is going to Pittsburgh to fill the void of Big Ben. Just kidding.
Oh, man.
We're going to move on to sports. Big Ben, number one on the topic here, is done.
Yeah.
Honestly, should have did it 2 years ago.
Yeah, dude. You were spent, brother. And it's time, man. It was.
So I read something interesting today that I never knew about, actually.
Mm-hmm.
And it's that the San Francisco 49ers had a trade deal in place for Ben Roethlisberger in 2009.
Really?
But our coach, Mike Singletary, at the time, he shot it down because of the trials and tribulations that Big Ben was involved in.
Oh, like on all the nightclub shit?
The bathroom incident? Yes.
Yeah,
where yes.
Yep.
So, I didn't know that.
Huh.
It's a fun fact for you.
That is interesting.
Here's my question. What does Tom Brady do?
Well, I can tell you what I would do. First off, if you're gonna retire, like he should have. Me personally, I would have retired after that last Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm. I would have done the same.
Like gone out on top. Now he's not satisfied with that loss. I know that's eating at him. Like if I was him, I'd come back to try one more time to get back to that Super Bowl, and that'd be it.
Maybe.
I would do one more year.
Here's my thing, though. When he was asked about it in the days leading up to the game where they lost this past weekend, which we'll get to all that, he said they asked him about winning the Super Bowl, and he said he wasn't sure if this team could do it.
Really?
Last year, he was like, we're fucking winning this shit.
Yeah.
And this year he said, I don't know if we can do it with this team.
Mm-hmm.
Which is true. Bro, they were so frustrating to watch.
Yeah, they had a lot.
The second half of the year was
they had a
so
lot of trials
frustrating.
and tribulations as well.
It took them forever to get the offense going. The defense was mediocre at best.
Yeah.
All sorts of shit.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think, personally, he's done.
Really?
Yeah.
I think he might be sitting there waiting to see what kind of trades they make, what kind of moves they make.
Where he can go.
Yeah. Or no. You think they get rid of him?
I mean, no. Who wants to get rid of Tom Brady? Nobody. But, like, I think Gronk is done.
Yeah.
And they just had.
First off, in that game, that shit was pissing me off. They kept trying to throw, like, a legit deep ball to Gronk. Like, a handful of times, I'm like.
In crucial situations,
yeah,
too.
to the slowest fuck that's lining up.
Yeah, but he's also. He gets up and gets the ball, but the problem is it takes him so long to get to that point, and then by then, Tom's on the ground.
That is my point. Like, dude, hit him within 10 yards, 15 yards. But, bro, don't be throwing over 25 yards to this guy or 20-yard pass. What are you doing? Like, you got literally way faster receivers waiting. What's Chad saying?
Evan said, I look forward to it, man. I'll shoot you the details over this weekend. I'll be happy to come on live if that suits better. That would be awesome.
That would be cool, yeah.
Yeah, we'll chat this weekend, dude, for sure.
Yeah, we'll figure it
Josh
out.
said Gronk even said he wasn't feeling it if he has to decide now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I could see it. So, damn. So that gives me the feeling that he is done. I personally don't want him to be done. I'd like him to try one more year because, dude, you had a player quit on him 3 weeks ago or whatever it was.
I mean,
You had, what's his face was out with an ankle injury or something like.
Lenny.
No. Lenny played.
Oh, well, Godwin towards ACL.
Godwin. That's what I'm saying. So you had Godwin out. I mean, he had some shit fall apart that at the end.
That's true.
I'd like for him to come back if they could get a good ensemble of players that want to play.
Yeah.
I'm looking for the guys that are like Randy Moss. If again, I keep going back to this whole that Tom Brady series, but Randy Moss was like at the end of his career, but he wanted to play so bad for Tom Brady for excellence, you know. So get some guys that are kind of out
and then went there.
Yeah.
And had the best year of his career.
Exactly. But he had the will to. That's my thing. I think Tom, if he really wanted it, because he's the GOAT, because of his influence, because of all that, he could find some players with the will to win, the desire to win, the want to win. Not any of this petty shit, any of these crazy players, no intent, like none of that shit, but winners.
Yeah.
If he could go out and make his last season, like, because I think Bruce Arians or whatever his name is, the coach,
Yeah.
I think he's cool enough to be like, all right, let's tag team, let's figure this shit out for your last run.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is Tom's last run.
Yeah.
Because he was all talking that shit, I want to play till I'm 50, but dude, you know, like, come on, man, do this one last time, figure it out,
Yeah.
and then go to your next chapter. That's my opinion.
Yeah. And I absolutely is a valid opinion.
Yeah.
On the flip side, for me, I think he realizes that he's missing a lot of time with his family.
Yeah.
I mean, you can even, like, Giselle was even, like, every time he'd get hit, the camera would pan on her, and she would be, like, almost crying. Because, I mean, dude, the guy's 45 years old. I don't care how good a shape you're in.
Yeah.
Your body's going to deteriorate. I mean, he looks good, but,
Yeah.
you know, and his kids are getting older. But also, he's so heavy, and especially in the last 3 months, so heavy involved in his own businesses.
Yeah.
Right? Like, he just launched the Brady line, the clothing line. That's been 2 years in the making. He just released that. He's doing the whole FTX, all the crypto shit, all the Bitcoin. I mean, you see him more and more.
So is he distracted as well?
Yeah, I think he needs to pick. Like, he chose football for so long,
Yeah.
and now he's mixing in these other businesses, and that's why, like,
I mean, it's all going to come down to his desire to play. But my point is, if he does, he has to make a decision. And my thing is, if you're going to make it, be a part of it and fucking.
you have to give it your all.
Yeah.
And I feel like this year, he really gave football about 85.
And that's not how
And
you win
that's-
Super Bowls.
Exactly.
So
So we'll see. And then the next quarterback, Aaron Rodgers.
AR,
Does he end up in San Francisco next year?
do you want him to?
Yes. I would take Aaron Rodgers, yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely would take it. I mean, he's MVP frontrunner. One of the three, I guess, 3 or 4.
Mm-hmm.
He's great. I just don't want to deal with his weird out of football bullshit.
Yeah, well, I don't think that's going to change. But, I mean, honestly, he had a bone to pick with the COVID shit.
Yeah, and then he said that this year was like his favorite year playing ever.
Yeah, you know why? 'Cause he didn't give a shit. He said what he wanted to say. He did what he wanted to do. He let everybody know that he didn't like him, and he rolled with it. That's what it was.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Josh said Broncos. I also saw Broncos as well. Devontae Adams on the odds sites is plus 200, which are the best odds to go to Denver. And wherever Adams goes, well, I should say wherever Rodgers goes, it's going to be a package deal.
Yeah.
I mean, they're best friends.
Yeah.
And why wouldn't you want both of them?
I mean,
They're like the
I will say this,
number one
though,
fantasy duo of the last 5 years.
Fucking Denver did pretty damn well with whatever they had.
Yeah, they were doing great with Teddy Bridgewater.
Exactly. So if they went there, I don't think that'd be a bad call.
No.
Because for me, if I'm San Fran, it'd be hard to get rid of Garoppolo. I mean,
not really. If someone comes at you and
Oh,
someone
what?
say Carolina Panthers,
no, but I'm
they
saying
need a quarterback.
not Tom, but fucking AR. Like, how many years has he got left? Like, why would I even?
A-Rod, 2 years.
Yeah, so I would, if I was San Fran, I wouldn't be worried. I'd be trying to get a young buck.
Well, I mean, we have Trey Lance. I just think he needs another year of development.
Yo, he's not ready.
And, I would love for him to learn after Aaron Rodgers. I mean, come on.
True, but
Better than Jimmy Garoppolo.
yeah, I guess.
And nothing against Jimmy. Nothing. He is a game manager, and that's what you need your quarterback to be.
Mm-hmm.
But he's not elite, clearly.
Yeah.
You know, our team is so good. I mean, we have the best player in football, in my mind, in Deebo Samuel.
Yeah, that dude is.
He's incredible.
Yeah.
And when you can just, you have a coaching staff that's genius, and they design all these different plays for their star players, all Jimmy has to do is just go through the reads.
Yeah.
He doesn't have to do what Tom does and fucking drive down the field in 37 seconds or
Mm-hmm.
what Mahomes did. Which, by the way, this past weekend of football was the best weekend of playoff anything
Yeah.
I've ever seen.
It was incredible. It was incredible, but I tell you what, dude, as a defender, the Bills defense fucking blew it, dude. Y'all blew it. Like, if y'all should be pissed the rest of your career to be flat out with you.
Yeah, they should be pissed. The Buccaneers defense needs to be fired.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
That
How do you
coordinator-
not cover Cooper Kupp?
Yeah, that coordinator. See you, dude.
They sent a safety in on they sent a corner blitz on that play
Mm-hmm.
instead of having their defenders drop back.
The dumbest shit.
And then Cooper Kupp was 1-on-1 and fucking smoked that dude.
Yeah, fuck yeah, he did. The dude had no help, no nothing. Later,
It was the dumbest. That was just it was atrocious.
just atrocious defense this weekend. Like for real.
Except in the Niners-Packers game, which
Yes.
was 10-13.
Yeah.
But that wasn't so much the defense. That was more so the fucking terrible weather they were playing in.
Yeah, true. But I just couldn't get over. I mean, I wanted the Bills to win so bad.
Me too.
And like Josh Allen, I like that guy. He wears his heart on his sleeve out there. That man did what he had to do. I'm not taking it. Patrick Mahomes did too.
Yep.
If you like that guy, he did a great job
He's
too.
incredible as well. Yeah.
He's incredible. But my thing is like, your defense, bro. That's what you had. Defense wins championships. That's what they say. But like, that's the clear cut case.
Yes.
You got this great ass offense, and that they blew it 3 times.
I know. But like, as a sports fan, it was so fucking
No,
awesome.
that was awesome. That was awesome. I smashed the over. Like,
Dude,
I killed that.
And I'll be honest, I will admit it, as a diehard lifelong 49ers fan, we had zero, and I mean zero, business winning that game.
Yeah.
Like, no shot.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that the Green Bay special teams is worst in the league and ours is the best in the league saved our ass.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you know, it was such a hard – the opening drive when Devontae Adams had, I think, 5 or 6 catches for like 80 yards. Not even 8. No, not 80. That's too much. Like 50 yards. And then they scored 7-0 off the rip.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, bro. Like, this is going to be a long night.
Yeah.
The defense figures it out.
Mm-hmm.
And then we, you know, we get the ball with like 3.5 minutes left in the second quarter. Finally, we had no first downs before that. We got 4 first downs on that drive. We get down to the 15.
Mm-hmm.
And fucking Jimmy throws a pick. I'm like, bro. And there's only like 30 seconds left. And I'm like, great. There goes our scoring opportunity. This is a lot of time for Rodgers to get a field goal to go up 10-0 here.
Mm-hmm.
What happens? We leave Aaron Jones wide open on a wheel route, right? Our corner on the other side of the field was a track star in high school.
Mm-hmm.
I watched the game tape over. This man, he must have sprinted 60 yards across the field to catch Aaron Jones. And Aaron Jones sees him and stutters. And that's how and then, of course, he gets tackled. They run one play. They fumble it, recover it, and then they're like, fuck it, let's just kick a field goal and get out of here. We blocked the field goal. And that's when the game changed.
Yeah.
We blocked that field goal. We ran into the halftime. I was like, okay, we got this shit. And then and then so it was 7-3, and then they got a field goal, 10-3, and then we blocked the punt with 4.5 minutes left, recovered it for a touchdown, and then at that point, I'm like, this is ours.
Yeah, and I love when special teams makes a difference because, like, so many times they run out there and just fucking, you know, the ball changes, you know, like things move, whatever, but when they make that play.
And they made 2 of them.
Yes. It is such a fucking – to see them all come together because, I mean, dude, they –
and you see blocked field goals, blocked punts all the time in college.
Yeah.
Rarely do you see that in the NFL.
For sure. All right, shout out to the chat real quick. Shout out Sean, man. He all right, so you asked who I got to win it all, and I had the pleasure of coaching Sean in soccer in high school. And John, can you read that?
Yeah, he says, James, who you got to win it all? Also, can I get a legendary inspirational message for old time's sake, the kind that makes you want to run through a wall? All right, so pick your team who's gonna win it all, and then give him an inspirational message.
Yeah, we'll figure that out. Yeah, we'll
get there.
We'll get there. We'll keep going.
But
I appreciate that, dude, and I hope you're doing well and your family.
But yeah, just awesome weekend of football. I couldn't get enough. Your Cowboys need a new coach.
Yeah, they do, man. But like the coach we had, he looked like your old drunk uncle, and he needed to go.
Yeah, you know what's funny? My little brother's friends tell me that I look like Mike McCarthy. And I was like,
nah, dude, he looks like a little worn out, and he just is on that bottle. That's it.
All right. Well, who you think
he needs to go, like, obviously, and so does Dak needs to get better in playoffs.
You know who I think y'all get?
What?
Sean Payton.
Really? All right.
Because he's stepped away and doesn't want to coach anymore. Bullshit.
I'll take him. I really don't care.
Jerry Jones already called him. Sean, hey, how you doing?
Yeah, but I've already said, like, dude, we couldn't make it past the first round of the playoffs. And it didn't happen. Like,
that's depressing, dude.
Yeah. So, anyway. All right, what we got?
I saw something the other day. I forget now. Tonight, I've started following the Charlotte Hornets.
Really?
Yes, my older brother's 2 kids. Shout out their birthdays. Sean's birthday was yesterday. Sully's birthday was a couple weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
And they're huge hoops fans, and I mean massive hoops fans. Sully is a huge fan of Steph Curry, and Sean, the younger one, is a massive LeBron James fan. I mean, this kid, I was FaceTiming last night for his birthday.
Yeah.
He's rattling off facts about LeBron. Just letting him fly. They're also they're Hornets fans, but whatever.
Yeah.
So my older brother, being the G that he is, scored tickets to the Lakers-Hornets game tonight. And I said, oh, where are you sitting? He's 12th row along the railing of the visitor tunnel.
Nice.
And they're getting there early in hopes to get a little autograph from LeBron.
Well, that's awesome. Good for them. That's going to be...
Charlotte Hornets set a franchise record the other night, 158 points.
Yeah.
Over bettors rejoice.
Man, I haven't been to like an NBA game like in a long time. I got to see Jordan play in a exhibition match at the Dean Dome when he was with the Wizards.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the coolest shit ever because shout out to JD. and Mr. Carl, because Mr. Carl, JD's father, went to high school with Michael. They were best friends.
At Laney.
Like Michael Jordan everybody has all this Michael Jordan shit. No. Michael Jordan let Mr. Carl drive his Corvette like to the wedding to pick up Miss Lisa and all this shit. So we're sitting there like 8-year-old kids or whatever, however old we were, and it was halftime, and we got down there to the tunnel because we knew they were coming right there.
Mm-hmm.
And Mr. Carl, no shit, like this was the craziest moment. He goes, because Mr. Carl had the loudest voice. Like JD played soccer with me.
It's very distinct.
It's distinct, and when Mr. Carl would yell some shit, especially in the neighborhood when he was pissed,
Yeah, you knew.
Yeah, you got tight. So anyway, this man goes, Michael, and I swear to God, Michael Jordan looks up and goes and just gives him the old point of the finger, and dude, that was the craziest moment. Like everything that he had said, all the stuff they have, all the gear, it was so real.
Yeah,
and it was just badass.
I remember JD telling me about it, and one of the God knows how many houses we lived in during our college years.
Yeah.
The one in Kings Grant on Bird's Nest.
Yeah.
Mr. Carl actually lived like 6 houses down from us.
Mm-hmm.
And JD was over there one day. We walked down there, and he's like, "Hey, you want to see something cool?" And I know JD was always telling me about how he knew Michael and all that shit. And I'm like, whatever.
Yeah.
And we go in Mr. Carl's closet. This man has Michael Jordan's warm-up bag and warm-up basketball from the 92 Dream Team.
Yeah.
Just sitting there.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it says number 10, Michael Jordan. His ball's, like, deflated in there. And I was like...
It's all signed up.
It's all signed and everything. I'm like, dude, this is
$1
million.
Yeah.
That's
just some of the shit. And it's just like... It's so casual because, I mean, literally, like... I mean, Laney and all that stuff at Wilmington at that time was a way smaller town than it is now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they were just friends. Like... And Michael Jordan, like, honestly, he has some other buddies that they play with. They play golf with all the time. And, like, these cats that played with Michael and played football and all that. Like,
yeah.
It's just kind of surreal. So, anyway.
Very surreal. All right. We got 2 games this weekend.
Yes, we do. Both on Sunday.
Both on Sunday. Okay, the first game, AFC Championship, 3 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
We have the Bengals in Kansas City at the Chiefs. I don't know what the odds makers are thinking here. The Chiefs, -7.
Really?
Yeah.
Look, man, speaking to Sean and all these pulling speeches, my thing is, like, dude, what Mahomes did, what they did this past week was all that shit at the beginning of the season. Everybody's like, oh, they're falling apart. They're this, that, and the other.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they went out there and fucking pushed the envelope.
Yep.
They got it done. Okay? That's great. That's awesome. But here's my thing. You got a guy in Joe Burrow on the other side that is the fucking, he loves
being the underdog.
He loves it.
I mean,
loves it. And guess what? I do too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I used to tell like my players, and this is how I fucking treated it. Like, dude, want to be the underdog.
Yeah.
You know why being the underdog's better? Because the win is sweeter. It's so much sweeter.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
And like the Chiefs come in, I would fucking hate that spread because they see it.
Oh yeah.
They see that spread and that they did all good and all that and the other. But
everyone
look,
and
man,
their mother is going to be on the Bengals +7, including me.
You're fucking right, dude. And that's the thing. And you look at Joe. You read off Joe Burrow's stats last time.
Yes. About
like the man does not lose when it's time.
No, when it's crunch. No, he doesn't. In the must-win games, he was
fucking on.
He was 6-0.
Yeah.
Now was that 2-3 episodes ago?
Yeah. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, because he won the first round. They won the first round, won the second round. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So he's 8-0 now in must-win games.
Yeah.
I mean, look, here's the deal. You got Kansas City, Mahomes, Kelsey, Tyreek Hill, on and on.
Mm-hmm.
The Bengals, who have been shit for a long time, most of our lives, are not anymore. And like 2 weeks ago, in the pregame locker room thing, I forget who the player was, defensive captain, I think. But he's like, this, they say we ain't supposed to be here, blah, blah, blah. He goes, fuck that mentality. He's like, we are here. Yeah. This is our shit.
Hell yeah.
And now, like, I'm sorry, the swag levels of Joe Burrow are off the charts. Yeah. And that will not stop.
And guess what? Joe Mixon is going to run all the fuck over him.
Yeah.
Like, watch this, bro. Like, that dude.
And they're just so used to playing away, playing as underdogs.
Yeah.
That it's nothing to them now.
Yeah. And, dude, I'm telling you, that is it. That is the recipe for greatness. Mm-hmm. Okay? Mahomes has got it. Like he's had his shit early.
Yep.
What Joe Burrow? What did he bust his ACL last year or what was it?
Yeah. Well, like everything in his knee.
just fucked it all to hell, and then came back and now look at him.
Yep.
Sitting right there, dude. And they gave him shit about small hands and all that bullshit.
Yeah,
It's like these small hands hold a big cigar, motherfucker.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
No doubt. And a championship ring.
exactly. We got a call. Young John tuning in.
Young John.
That's what I'm saying, dude. Dude, all right. Hit us with it. Go ahead. Mm-mm. dude, you're so
Everything
right.
about that was right.
I mean, like I got goosebumps right now. I can't wait to place my bet. To be honest with you. Ever.
This is incredible.
Dude,
There's only one hero that can just bring down Jackson Mahomes, and his name is Joe Burrow.
that's a fact. That's a fact. And listen, he's going to sit there with his cigar over the Super Bowl and ash that motherfucker right in that bowl. That's what he's going to do.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I I don't know about GOAT, but I would say elite, right? Yeah, dude. Well, I will say this: he definitely needs to be elite because of what you just said. I mean, coming back from that, not to mention your shitty team, your injuries, and now you're in the fine. I mean, you're there. You know what I mean?
He's playing with the wind at his back. I mean, they're on a roll. I'm going to go also slam Harbaugh to the Raiders. It's going to happen. All right.
All right,
I'm gonna let you guys go.
Hey, listen, everybody tuning in. That was Young John right there, aka the Raiders lock of the decade better. And
Correspondent.
it fucking hit. It hit so hard. I'm so glad you're still with us and you're not in a trunk in Mexico. Thank you so much.
Oh man. And don't worry, I ended up losing all that money.
Hey,
Ever
dude,
since I got on this new book with cockfights.
Oh, dude, are you serious? You're into rooster fighting now?
Dude, in the Philippines, you can make a lot of money
all
quick.
right, listen, don't tell everybody about that.
Jeez.
All right, I'll let you guys go.
All right, man. Get out of here before the feds
Yeah, good
come.
to talk to y'all.
All right, later. All right, that was Young John. He's been a guest on this show before.
Yeah,
Fucking
how much of
hilarious.
that could y'all hear?
Oh, they didn't hear any of that shit?
I think like halfway through.
Damn, you fucked up.
Yeah, I know I did.
Damn. All right, well, you'll hear that shit when it comes back through because it was hilarious.
Yeah.
Good God.
Damn, that was fun.
All right, quick, hit the chat real quick.
Zach just said you already know. He's Bengals. Go, Burrow, go.
You already know.
All right. The final game, NFC Championship, 6:30 p.m. Sunday night. My San Francisco 49ers in L.A. at the Rams. Niners are plus 3.5.
I'm going with the Rams. I mean, they got that magic going, dude. What?
I love it. Take the Rams.
I'm just
You've
saying.
picked against the Niners the last couple weeks, and we just keep winning.
Yes, I have, but you just said yourself, like, the special teams won that last game. You're gonna need more than you're gonna need a special team this time. Like, dude,
Right. Well, the weather's not going to be a factor.
yeah, but the Rams are rolling, son.
I mean, we beat them 3 weeks ago.
And momentum.
I mean, they squeaked by the Bucks.
Well, that was Brady and the Bucks. I mean, you had Brady magic going on. You had all that shit going on. What, y'all got any magic over there? You did.
Debo.
Yeah, okay, you blew it. Okay, you got Debo. You spent it last game. I'm just saying, I think the Rams are gonna go. That's
I'm on the
my
Niners.
thing. I mean, you kind of got to be. Chad, I'm kind of interested to see what you say about this, but I mean, Beckham, like, he's got a little fire under him now because he's getting some love.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think that Jefferson guy last game had, like, his head up his ass. So, like, maybe if he can get his shit together and you got all three receivers rolling, I mean, they should win that game. That's my opinion.
Well, I mean, Niners till I die. That's that.
But do you have any, like, rebuttal? Or are you just saying, like,
Nah,
that?
I think we got the Rams number. There's going to be more Niners fans there than there are Rams fans because it's L.A. L.A. sucks.
Yeah. Okay.
That's that. We're going to repeat exactly what we did.
So you think Bengals 49ers?
Yeah, Bengals, Niners, yeah. History shows we played the Bengals twice in Super Bowls. We beat them both times.
Really?
Yes.
Third time's a charm. Bengals are going to win.
I would be terrified if we had to play Joe Burrow.
Hell yeah.
I think he's, regardless of what Patrick Mahomes has done and all that bullshit, I don't care.
Yeah.
Burrow's just he's a beast mentality.
And like young John said, dude, Jamar Chase.
Yeah, they just.
I mean, dude, Boyd, they're going, dude.
Higgins,
They're going. I want them to take it down. I want to see Joe smoke a cigar.
Yes, I just don't. I fucking hate Kansas City so much, especially for what they did to us 2 years ago.
Yeah.
In the Super Bowl, that like, if we get there, and Cincinnati gets there, and we lose to Cincinnati, yeah, I'll be upset, but I won't be that mad. We lose to Kansas City, I'm pissed.
Yeah. And my thing about Kansas City is, like, Andy Reid. Here's the deal: I wanted them to win when they won because I wanted him to win. I wanted Andy Reid because if y'all don't know about his life story, I mean, he's
crazy.
He's had to deal with some shit.
Yeah.
Okay, so I wanted him to get his Super Bowl. He got it. Now I don't care anymore. I want the new hero, which is Joe.
Yeah.
Go Burrow, go.
Agreed.
Yep.
Agreed.
So I think that's gonna be the case. So yeah, Bengals taking them +7, easy.
And then you're on Rams -3.5.
Yeah, are you gonna buy a half a point on that Bengals, or you just got full faith? Full faith. John slapping. I might even go straight up. Fuck it.
Did you have money line him?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean I'm probably gonna money line him. Because when it comes to this, it's like you gotta win.
Yeah, but I think these playoffs have been great. I think these games coming up this weekend are gonna be great.
Yep.
And I just look forward to it.
We'll discuss it next week. That's it. Let us know about your time if you would time travel and the 3 events you would go to.
Yeah, hit us up. Question of the week's new segment for us. If you would time travel, give us the 3 things you'd like to see.
Yep. And we'll talk about it. We'll
Hit
catch
us
y'all
up.
next week.
Peace.
Fuck, man.
What's up? The chat still live? Hey,
I'm
Shawnee.
pissed. I didn't have the.
Is it still live?
Yeah, we're still live.
All right. Hey, listen, y'all. Y'all missed the part of that phone. That phone call was fucking hilarious.
Yeah, we'll
So
put
shout
it
out
in.
to you, young John. Sean.
He said, don't count out the form Akers is in. 49ers need a massive game, and I don't see it happening. I see it as a letdown spot. Could be wrong. I was wrong on the wrong side of the Green Bay Niners game.
Yeah, well, so were a lot of people.
Yeah, everyone and their mother.
Yeah. But, man, I appreciate you too, man. And, dude, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for tuning in, man. Well, I gave a little bit of pump up shit.
Yeah, that wasn't bad.
Yeah.
Chat, appreciate it. Y'all enjoy